Hello students, welcome once again to one of my new course of Selenium, and in this lecture I will discuss with you about the introduction of Selenium. Lecture will not be a hands-on one, but I can rest assured that all my other lectures where the hands-on are required, I have fully focused on doing hands-on and rather than copy and pasting the codes. So we will keep it very short about the Selenium introduction. We will go directly to the hands-on sessions once we are done with the basic introduction, components and architecture, and discussion of few advantage and disadvantages part. The first thing is that you have to understand what is automation testing, which I have already discussed in my last lecture. And in this lecture, I will be discussing with you about the Selenium introduction. Selenium is a web application testing framework that allows you to write tests in many programming languages like Java, C#, C++, Python, PHP, and Ruby. And many other programming languages have been introduced with which you can integrate Selenium to make your work done. Now, what is Selenium? What does it provide? Selenium provides a Selenium is practically a framework which will allows you to do the automation testing steps that a manual tester used to do manually. Suppose if you want to open a URL and do some basic operations such as filling up a form, click on the submit button, or doing a drag and drop operations, or whatever the basic operations in a web browser is there, this can be automatically done with Selenium. You have to write few lines of code, which I will help you to write you the lines of code and bring the confidence in you, and you can do it in your own once you get master in this course. What is Selenium WebDriver? Selenium WebDriver is a completely open source and a free tool. Selenium is not a single thing. It has various components which I will discuss in this lecture only, and it has a it is a complete suite of tools that are widely used for doing a browser based testing. One thing is that Selenium cannot able to handle the desktop applications. That means if you have a standalone application or standalone desktop applications, Selenium will not able to handle these things. Selenium can only be used in automation browser testing. Now, practically, what is Selenium or what is Selenium WebDriver? Because we will be focusing completely to the Selenium WebDriver part. Selenium, as I have already said, is a framework tool which allows you to perform the automation testing. Selenium WebDriver allows you to perform the regular operations that we used to do manually in a browser or in a URL or in a web page. Selenium WebDriver accepts those commands which we will write in a Selenium command, and using that command Selenium WebDriver will perform those actions. It can be clicking an item, it can be copying an item, it can be typing something, or you can do a drag and drop operations. There are quite a lot of sections are there where I have elaborately discussed with you about what a Selenium WebDriver can do. Moving to the component section, as Selenium has I have already discussed with you is not a single tool, it is a collection of many tools. So you can see that the Selenium was first created by Jason Higgins in 2004, and it has couple of components with it. It has mainly 4 components: Selenium RC, Selenium ID, Selenium WebDriver, and Selenium Grid. Selenium RC, I will give you a small introduction about this thing. Selenium RC is also referred to as Selenium 1. It uses JavaScript programs. Okay. Selenium ID is a Firefox plugin which allows you to record and playback those actions. Selenium WebDriver is a collection of open source APIs which are used to automate the testing of web applications. And the last but not the least is the Selenium Grid. Selenium Grid allows you to run Selenium scripts in multiple browsers and OS automatically. So this was the components of Selenium: Selenium RC, ID, WebDriver, and Selenium.